Okay, so welcome to our presentation. We are going to talk about the Jolly Giraffe Java joint. This presentation evaluates the financial performance, sales trends, customer complaints, and production quality of the Jolly Giraffe Java joint to identify opportunity for improvements and guide strategic decisions. This is the group 2. Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk about the company's mission and vision. Our mission is brewing happiness one cup at a time with passion and playful spirit. And our vision statement is to be the most delightful and community-loving coffee shop that brings smiles and warmth to every customer.
Hello, I am Rafael Delgado, and I am going to present the second part of this project that is related to sales and profit. Here we have in the first graph is the operational profit for each donut unit. And to arrive to this number, we use the revenue number less cost per unit, and then the result was half the operating profits for each donut. As we see here, the donut that have more profit is the jelly donut, and the donut that has more loss is the cream donut. The cost is higher than the price. Then moving to the second graph, that is the donut sold volume. Here we apply the statistical formula average. Using the 6 months of the data that we have, we apply the average to identify the monthly average per donut, and then also multiply per 12 to have the annual average per donut. Here is an important data that we identify is that the donut with higher sales and in an annual basis is the chocolate donut. Then moving to the income statements, using the average that we built previously, we build the income statement to have our revenues, costs, gross margin. We apply the fixed cost per annual that was 10,000. With all this number, we have that the operating income is positive, is around $5,000. Even that the cafe could have some issue of quality that will bring some additional costs. Despite of that, we expect that the operating income will be still positive. And then finally, the type of, we also analyze the gross margin per donut for each unit. As I mentioned it before, the jelly donut is the donut that have higher gross margin, but also as the entire picture for the total year, we see that the jelly donut have around $8,000, and the second one is the chocolate that is around $5,000. To have a final annual gross margin of $15,000 approximately. That is all for the sales and profit.
Hi, my name is Cesar Saucedo. I will talk about complaints and quality issues. In this part, the most important information is the complaints for the September. This information was organized in a frequency table. This slide through a K-graph illustrates the percentage of complaints of each donut. Based on the graphs, the jelly donut has a percentage of complaints of 37%, being the donut with the most complaints. On the other hand, the lowest percentage of complaints is 11% for chocolate donuts. In the middle of these ranks and with similar numbers are coconut and cream with 28 and 25% respectively. In the next slide, I will mention one observation about stopping selling one donut. Here, the bar graph shows complaints and the other one illustrates the sales and profits in September. Based on the tables, it's better to consider stopping selling the cream donut due to the low sales and higher percentage of complaints. Also, this donut has negative consequences for individual sales, as mentioned Rafael. On the other hand, jelly donuts experienced most of the complaints. Nevertheless, jelly donuts are a good product for the company in terms of sales and revenues. In the next slide, my classmate will talk about the complaints.
You are mute, Geisha.
Thank you, Rafael. In the next slide, or here, we're going to talk about the production of the quality production issues that the jelly donuts present. So we did a tally chart for that, and we interpret the tally chart, seeing that Mondays, uh, as we can see, has the most issues. But first, we represent that 12 grams excess of the jelly at cost for the company, and when the donuts has less than 9 grams, cause waste. So on the tally chart, we take the days and put the represent with number the days that we have most the out of range the jelly amount. So as we see in the Mondays, we has the most issues because it was the day that the jelly donuts was out of range. So this was a potential problem for the company, and the frequency was 4 times. So the highest discrepancies was these days. And also we have problems of the amount of the jelly on Saturday and Sunday. So the consistency in these days was higher. We can evaluate or see that the potential causes for this day was the staff overload. Uh, Probably they were exhausted for the weekend, or the equipment malfunction, or the higher demand on these days. So there, we recommend the recommendations that we can give to the staff of the company for Giraffe Bakery is that they have to investigate the root of the causes for these discrepancies. So, because they are consistent errors that can cause loss for the company. And also, uh, monitor the production for the coming month, doing a month by month in the coming future a tally chart to see if there it is any improvement. So the Sunday and Saturday show a fewer um, quality issues, but there also was a malfunction that day.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so hi, I'm Victoria. I'm gonna talk about the financial impact of the quality issues. And basically, our analysis reveals that the total financial loss due to jelly quality issues amounts to $163 for 2,000 donuts in a month. And this is broken into two categories. $136 or 267 units waste due to insufficient jelly, and $27 resulting from excess jelly usage. And what is important to note is that over 83% of the loss comes from discard donuts, underscoring the urgent need for improved quality control. And while excess jelly contributes 17% of the losses, This can be mitigated by optimizing the filling process to ensure consistency. And by addressing these inefficiencies, we can significantly reduce costs and improve overall profitability. So these are the improvements, the recommendation for the Jolly Giraffe Java point. I think that Geisha also already talked about it, or you want to keep to talk about it again, or that's it?
Yeah, I can add that we have to investigate the staff and evaluate if they are overworked a load or exhausted for the weekend, because that days are the higher demands for the jelly donuts. And as Cesar said, this is a great product for the company. Is one that has the highest revenue and for the company, but also has lost because of the calibration of the jelly amount is generating losses the Monday and Saturday, the weekend, right? So also they have to check improve the calibration of the equipment, see if they have the consistency and the amount for the every donuts, no higher than 12 gram or less than 9 grams. So they have to monitor that with accuracy every day.
Okay, thank you. And so finally, we're going to talk about the opportunity for use of capital. So, okay, so with $163 saved per month, translating to $1,954 annually and a future value of $11,015.11 after 5 years, we have a tremendous opportunity to reinvest these savings strategically. We are gonna choose like working the precision equipment investment, the targeted staff development, and also about the data-driven process improvement and the product line optimization. So in the next slide, we're gonna talk like point by point about these improvements that we're gonna make with the money that we want to use for. First of all, we're gonna talk about the precision equipment investment. Like the root cause analysis shows quality control issues with jelly donuts. So this capital could found like high precision jelly dispensers, digital measurements tools for accuracy tracking, automated filling machines to ensure consistency, calibration and maintenance of current equipment. And the second point that is target staff development, we are gonna, given the Monday production issues, investing in the team will include like the comprehensive training programs and detailed quality control workshops, cross-training to manage peak demands days, performance incentive systems for consistent quality, and hiring specialized quality assurance personnel. With the data-driven process improvement, we're gonna use this money for advanced inventory management software, a real-time quality tracking system, analytics tools to identify production pattern anomalies, and digital tally chart and reporting mechanisms. Talking about the product line optimization, we're gonna use this money for conduct market research on donut preference, develop prototype recipes to replace low performing items like the cream one, and create targeted marketing for high performing donut types, and potentially phase out underperforming products like cream donuts, as I said before. And lastly, we're gonna talk about the financial resilience strategy that we're gonna also invest our money into create an emergency reserve fund and establish a buffer for unexpected equipment repairs, develop a contingency plan for market fluctuations, and set up a systematic reinvestment approach. So that's basically our opportunity for use of capital. So that will be it all for today. Thank you so much for your attention. And this is group 2 with the Jolly Giraffe Java point. Thank you all.